Happy Sunday, guys. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shady BTC. And you're watching the Jump Paul. As you all know, today is Sunday, and I hope you all went to church, anyways. For those that are Christian, um, today we are looking into the markets. Trying to have a market review so I can be able to know the direction and our bias we should be looking at for the upcoming trades to take next week. Okay, so this was supposed to be a live video, but shy. Not that I don't have much energy, so I had to just do the short video and then just do our analysis together. Okay. So without wasting much of your time, let's get down to business straight on. So this is good. This is good. First and foremost, we go down to our daily time frame, which is what we often use to analyze our markets or to look into our markets. So as you all can see, gold actually broke. Let me delete all the line so that the chart can be clean enough for us to see it clearly. As you all can see, gold actually broke a new all-time high last week. Like it made a new all-time high last week, as you can see from here. Even if you go to a weekly time frame, you see it clearly. It made a new all-time high since the history of gold. I guess this is where gold started. This is where gold started. This is where gold started over the so far. Okay, this is where gold started from the history of gold down here. And since then making higher high, lower high. So this is the 6 months time frame. Now let's get down to our daily time frame anyways. So this it's not possible for someone to trade on 6 month time frame. It's not even possible for someone to trade on it's not that it's not possible. Those that trade on monthly time frame they call them position traders like banks, financial institutions. These guys they take position like they can just buy gold and hold it. In what I call it, in crypto we call it spot trading. They are position traders, they hold position and watch it to moon. So last week, gold broke a new all-time high with this candlestick and it made here and it has a pullback within this week. And as you guys can see, on that pullback, this was the previous high it broke, the recent previous high it broke. Understand? Because this was the previous high it broke because it made this high went down, break it again. Now, okay, let's say this high now has been broken. And this is the next high, which is that was why we do this rectangle here to mark our previous high. And if you go down to history, which is here, it has actually made here has acted as a support, so as a resistance, and also acted as a resistance, and also acted as a resistance here. So over the years, this now here over the days rather, will be over the months because this should be May. This is April. This should be over the months. This place has acted as a resistance. Okay, so we expecting it to retest this resistance and bounce back. Just remember, I told you guys that nobody's 100% perfect, so it's not more that it must retest it. It can just go through, or anything is still possible. Sha. So this is what we look at. It's currently on this resistance region, which we expect to act as a support at this point. So let's go down to our 4 hours time frame and see what we are looking at. And see what we are looking at. Okay, on the 4 hours, it has made this and it has not really this candle has not really completed. Anyways, it's still it did not make was able to make an engulfing. So just this is the last candle for the week. For the week and for the last candle for the day, last candle for the week, and last candle for the hour. So anyway, I call it is correct. Now we are expecting it to make something like that and bounce back. But even if it doesn't, let's go down to 1 hour and see what happens in 1 hour. Let's look at what happened in 3 hours. This is what happened in 3 hours. Has it tried to push up and has an upward rejection. Then I come down again. Then still the same region. Now let's look at it in 1 hour. As you can see in 1 hour now. It went into this region. As you can see, we had a sharp rejection up here. Then it has this red sell candle. They have an buy candle showing that the buyers are taking over. They also have this red candle that push downward but unable to break the lower low. This is the lower low, previous low. So we now have this red again, this candle which also acted like an inverted hammer. Sells back. They also have these small candles. Now with this green bullish candle showing that a buy we're having a buy push into the market. So but me actually I've actually gone long on gold anyways. I went long somewhere here. This was where I went long. The reason why I went long after this buying pressure anyways. So for I'm actually looking to go we actually should be looking to go long on gold this week. At least go long and take profits somewhere here. Go long and take profits somewhere here. At least. Though there's possibility that it can go long somewhere here, maybe it can come down somewhere here and depends if the upward trend continues, it will continue pushing higher. But if the upward trend that is it will continue pushing higher to somewhere here, which is this as you guys know, this is the previous trend line in book. So I'm expecting it to retest this trend line. But it's not a moment that it must retest it, anything can happen, sha. But if it retests the trend line, we ride it up to this point. But if it doesn't retest, as long as it has gone to this point, I'll take my first profit. I'll leave the 50% to ride. If the 50% gets to the point, if it doesn't, then I'll put my break even here. If it doesn't, once it gets to this place, it kick me out and I'm out for the trade. But in situation whereby, in scenarios whereby we did not have this, this, this bullish movement in the market, we should be expecting to go short somewhere here. Something like this also expected to happen. Remember, anything it can either go up or go down. It can that is definitely where it can either to go up, go down, or sideways. Now let's say it's did not it fell to broke up. Now you now have a downward selling project, which should be something like this. Obviously, wait for it to break this higher high. This lower low. If it breaks it out, we expect something like this to happen. Then we expect to go short. So if something like this happens on good, if something like this happens on good, like if it breaks this previous low, which is here, this is the previous low. If it breaks this previous low, which is inside this OTZ reason, and you can see this previous low is even it's acting as a support here, as a resistance here, and also acting as a support here. So if it breaks this, it broke into this region. Now we should be expecting it to we'll either wait for it to retest that region and we'll take short to take our profit somewhere here at this point, which is also an OTC and that OTC region. Or if that doesn't, if we cannot take it this way, we can just wait for it to break. We can just wait for it to break this. If it broke out of this place, if the candle that it books out with closes, can just go short after the closing of that candle, then put our stop loss somewhere up here. Then our take profit down here. Something like this. Something like this. Let's say it books here and the candle close somewhere here. I just put our stop loss up here, then I'll take profit up here. And we're having something like this. So we should be looking at something like this, like if it happens like this, something like this. Or if we also want to have a refined entry, we can just wait for it to break out. Then watch what will happen. If it gives us that selling pressure, then we'll just put our stop loss below it. Or we can just, for those who just want to go, like who want to be safe, and just something like this. Because if it's actually bracing here, that possibility that it's going to touch here before testing back. So, or we can also, for those who also want to be refined in their entry, so we can also wait for it to break this. For those who want to go long, well, let's see if it goes long actually. So you can also wait for it to break this previous high. If it breaks this previous high, something like this, you can wait for it to break this previous high, something like this. Have a retest, then we'll now write it to this point. Let me let me zoom it so I can see it. Something like this. Yeah, I can just hide it. Then put our stop loss somewhere down here and somewhere down. You see enter here, stop loss somewhere down here. Then take profits somewhere here. Understand? But anyway, this is just all these things are just assumption, anyways, because we have not entered a new week, so we don't know what. Sorry, we have not entered a new day, We don't know what's gonna happen. But two things will definitely happen. Either it books to the upside like this, or it books the downside. But whatever it does, I'm actually long already on it. So if it breaks the upside, my win. But if it breaks the downside, I'll just count it as my loss because I say, oh no, I don't push and I close it. I just wait for it to kick me out by itself. If it kicks me out for itself, I'll now be looking for short position somewhere down here. Or to go short somewhere down here. Then that is on good. And moreover, you guys remember when I told you guys that whatever I trade on gold, I trade on silver. So on silver, this is silver here. This is silver. This is silver. SAGUSD. On silver, I'm also expecting to do the same thing I'm doing on gold. I'm already long on it. So I can either wait for silver to break this high. If it breaks this high, just like gold did now, it breaks this high, something like this, something like this, something like this, and like this. Skip. Or either is if you're gonna go long, or if you're going to go short, I'll wait for you to break this low, this previous low, this low we have here. Now, but why I won't be comfortable going short on silver is this. This was where I bought this candlestick from. Let me go down to the 1 hour time frame and show you guys something. This place is an OTC on silver, and there is a trend line. So it can either retest this trend line. So if I'm going short, I'm not putting my take profit anything below this trend line. It should be on this trend line at most. Then, which is why I won't be comfortable going short on silver. But if I'm going short on gold, definitely I'm going short on silver. If I'm going long on gold, definitely I'm going long on silver. It's just it. Then the next this I'm looking at is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin here. Oh, sorry, my TikTok. I made a mistake. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin here. This is Bitcoin. I'm currently I'm short on Bitcoin, man. I'm short on Bitcoin here. I traded this in under 50 minutes. I went short on Bitcoin. I put my take profit somewhere down here, which looks so unrealistic or so distant. So it has gone to this place, pulled up, and I don't know. I'm just watching it. But anyways, my Bitcoin. Looking at this Bitcoin for the week. For the week, I'm looking forward to. Let's go on daily time frame. Let's look at it on daily time frame. This is Bitcoin daily time frame. Let's see what I can see. It's actually coming up. Like it's made a lower low on daily time frame. Like makes a lower low, it's pulled back into this region, this OTC region. Let me delete all these things so you guys can see it clearly and understand what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. Looking at Bitcoin now without any indicator or any sorry, there's an indicator. Let me hold the indicator so you can see it. You see the naked chart. This is the naked chart of Bitcoin. Now, as you guys can see, Bitcoin it's rallied up, blah blah blah, those some something period. It rallied down, it's broke a lower low. It made a lower low here. It's broke this previous low, makes a lower low somewhere here. Okay, let me delete all these places. Let me delete all this candle. It makes a lower low here. This was the previous low here, which it broke. Sorry, this was the previous low, which it broke. It broke it and had a close below. This is a close below. You guys can see it had the close. It's close below it. Now it's actually pulled up down from that place into this OTZ region. There's an OTZ region somewhere here. As you guys can see, this place has acted as a support and also as a resistance over the months and over the days rather. As you can see it. So it's rallying into this region right now. It rallied into this region, as you guys can see. So we actually at this support, this resistance zone rather, because right now we're going upwards, so it will be resistance zone towards. If you are coming down, that means support zone. We are running into this resistance zone, which for day traders should be looking forward to either take short on Bitcoin down to this place, down to this region, or either take long on Bitcoin after breaking this region up, upward, maybe somewhere here or above it. As if the bull is gonna hold anyways. But nobody knows I'm not good. But let's go down to our 1 hour time frame to look at it better. Now, I'm actually short on Bitcoin already. I told you guys I'm short on Bitcoin. Anything can happen. I put my stop loss, my take profit somewhere here, and I put my stop loss somewhere here. But me looking at it, is we have this was the OTC region. This is an OTC region. So you guys can know that resistance region. If you stretch it downwards, you see it. Now, it gives us an engulfing candle here, a bullish buy, which means that market is likely to send up ball. You never can tell until it books out of that, book out of this region. Anyways, if it books out of this region and breaks this higher, this previous high it made, then we cannot be looking forward to going long on it. If it breaks this previous high and something like this, if you break this previous high with something like this, with something like this, then we cannot be looking short forward to going long on Bitcoin. But if it doesn't break it and continue bounce around it and maybe gives us an engulf and double top or I mean double I mean something like this, gives us a double top, something like this. Okay, something like this. Then we should be looking short on Bitcoin, irrespective of the rule on blah blah blah. Okay, so we are just waiting for it to happen. But move, I mean, I'm already short on it, so let's just wait, hope and see what's gonna happen yet. Yeah, that is my Bitcoin analysis. Then, apart from Bitcoin, let's look at other pairs also, which we also trade. As you guys can see, my screen is aligned with all the whole pairs I trade. These are all the whole pairs I trade aligned on my screen. So I trade almost everything I see in the market. Trade almost everything I see in the market. So let's look at okay, this is a trend line. It's actually broke a trend line, as you guys can see. It broke the trend line and we even retested it. So I don't know, it's likely to be sent up. So I'm likely to be wrong. Because likely to send up. But this candle will determine this next candle that can happen now will determine. If this candle have an engulfing close above, that means Bitcoin is likely to go up. But if it doesn't, then we're likely to be right by going short on it. Now the other page we look at is other page we trade, which is the pounds. The pounds. I'm looking at the pounds right now. First and foremost, I'm looking at the pounds index, BSY. This BSY is British pounds index, which I'm looking at. I'm looking at the British pounds index. This is the British pounds index. As you guys can see, British pounds index. The chart is not always as clean as other this thing. And this is a support region here, which it's bounce back and likely to send up. As you guys can see, it's showing that it's going up. So the pounds itself is looking like it's going up. But that's a secret I would like to share with you guys. A secret I would like to share with you guys. This is a secret that has actually keeping the market so far. If you are trading a pen now, let's say, this is let's say Great Britain USD. Now these are two pairs. You have the pounds here and have the USD. The pounds is the primary pair and the USD is secondary pair. Understand? Now note this thing. If the USD as a pair is going up, if the let me see USD as a pair is doing something like this now, it's bullish on it one. When I say bullish, I mean so like something like this now, it's sending up higher, lower high, blah blah blah. Now it's like all the whole escape all the whole pairs, I mean all the whole pairs, both Euro USD and New Zealand USD, Pounds USD, so that is Bitcoin actually respect it also. Gold, because gold is SAE USD. All of them are likely to. Remember, if the pounds, sorry, if the USD is going up, all of them are likely to short. All of them. Euro USD, everything USD is likely to short. All of them. That is why if I'm trading Euro USD, I'm trading Pounds USD, I'm trading all of them together. AUD USD, all of them together. Then if the USD is sending up, is sending down rather, means it's going down. Each Pounds USD should be the inverse of it. It's likely to send up. So all the whole pairs against the USD is likely to send up. This is just a little secret I'm trying to again. So sometimes I might not spend my time to analyze not every pair one for another. What I do is just if I analyze this first one, which is a Pounds USD, then I will likely apply it to all the other pairs against the USD, like all the other pairs against the USD, like this one now, USD, blah blah blah, uh, all the whole pairs against the USD. Now let's look at this one. This is pounds against the USD. Now let's look at it very well. This pounds against the USD, and as you can see on daily time frame, it actually broke the previous high, made a higher high, coming down to retest this previous highs, which is this high. Now it's actually going within inside the region right now, waiting for it to push into the region, which is somewhere here. And what can happen? Then this on daily time frame. While on this on daily time frame, then if it goes down to hour time frame, we have something like this that made the first leg, which is something like this. So we are waiting for the second leg to happen. This is the second leg. It can either break this second leg. If you break the second leg, that means it's breaking deep down into this region, somewhere here. It's breaking deep down into this region, somewhere here. But if it fails to break this leg and makes an engulfing, that means it's sending up into this region, somewhere here. To be able to gather momentum, it's sending into this region somewhere here before it's be able to push down into this region and take off. Okay, so we are expecting something like this to happen to the market for the week, something like this. It's good. Something like this, or we're expecting something like this to happen. Break down to this region, maybe we test it. That is break this previous low, then send down to this region, then send down into this region. So whatever that happen, whatever we see, take let's say within from tonight to tomorrow, we should be able to know exactly the direction it's going because it will be able to make carve out a path. Now that is this thing. So as I'm analyzing this pain now, anything against USD is what I'm looking at. We definitely do something different is doing. Now, before I actually push, I go into it. I trade any pair against the USD. I actually look at what they call the dollar index. The dollar index is the SY. I don't know how many of you have heard about the dollar index. This is the SY here. The dollar index rather. The DSY. DSY. This is DSY here. Now, the DSY is like the dollar itself. It controls it. So whatever the DSY does, all these funds are likely to do the opposite of it. So the DSY currently broke a trend line. This is the trend line it broke. And it's sending to retest that trend line, meaning that the SY is likely, if this breakout is valid, it's not a fake out anyways. If it's not a fake out, it's likely to do something like this. Send up from here. So if it sends up from here, this is the SY now. That means our blah 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 blah, our pounds and are likely shoot down into those regions. But if the DSY did not fake out, because the DSY is always very cunning, like it doesn't the trend is always very cunning, it can reverse at any moment. If the DSY did not fake out, like if it did not fake out here and also break out this or this previous high here, if it fails to if this fake if this breakout is a fake out and it fails to break this previous high, that means it's sending down. And if it's sending down, that is something like this. Just like can just move straight on. That's how it does. If it's sent down to this region, that means our good. Sorry, our good. Yeah, our good and all this space are likely to shoot up. Are likely to shoot up like this. So, there are two things we are expecting to the market. So either ways, we wait for it this midnight and know what's up and see what can happen. Okay. So this is just basically for Great Britain USD pace, anyways. USD secondary pace. Now, the next one we're looking at is Great Britain. I don't know, this video has really taken a lot of time. I don't know if you guys will be patient enough to watch this video to the end. I don't know. Or should we just call it? Or should we just call it a day for now? I don't know. But let's proceed anyways. Let's look at Great Britain CAD. CAD means the Canadian dollar. So remember what I told you guys, if I analyze Great Britain CAD, I'm analyzing everything against the CAD. So whatever I trade there, I'm trading it against the CAD in general. So there's nothing you have to know. The CAD often does something that the USD does, which is, as you can see, this is just it. We're expecting to either get into this region and we're expecting something like this to happen. Something like this to happen, like this and like this, and shoot up. Or that is, or something like this to happen, or something like this to happen. Breakout, breaks into this region, retest it and send down to the stand line. So either ways, either ways, anyone that happens, we ride it. This is why I'm here. we're expecting either of these things to happen. There's a trend line here, which you can either retest. And if you retest this trend line, it's likely to fall into this other block region. But there's another block here. It is fair value. Fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. So high. So it's either it's likely to retest this other block and push up. But they just let's watch and see what can happen. So nobody knows. So but this is CAD and it's likely to happen if whatever that can happen on CAD is likely to be what can happen on USD. It's likely to respect what happened on USD. Because the CAD likely follows the USD. Just like every other cryptocurrency follows the Bitcoin. Now this Great Britain CHF, the Swiss francs CHF. Oh, this is one of my favorite pairs. CHF and JPY are my sweet pairs. This was a trade I took last week, one of the sweetest trade I took last week, and you can see very sweet. Then the next one is this one also. So now, okay, let's look at this pair on the daily time frame. The Swiss francs. I'm likely to. I'm not. I'm likely. I'm going to trade it. I told you guys that we expect me to retest this to bounce around this region. Now on the 1 hour time frame, it has made. Oh my God, I can see it has bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. So we're expecting it to either bounce up and retest this trend line, which is broke, something like this, something like this. We're going to do something like this or shoot down, or do something like where it shoot down, or we are, or it can also do something like this. You can also break out of this place now. You can have a breakout. If it breaks out of this region, something like this, it will test this region then. Utilo in Yoruba language. So either one it does, it's definitely gonna give us an entry and push rate. We now go either go long or go short on it. But we're looking at going long on it within 1 day, Tuesday, thereabout. Then while going short on it down to this which is region again. So if either gives us an upward trend on Monday, we should be writing something like this up to this point. Our stop loss just below here. Then we should be having our second trade, something like this also. Something like this at this place down to this region. Now stop loss depends on the high you made. So we should be having something like this within the week anyways. But let's just watch and see how it happens. But definitely I'm gonna trade this pair. Because this is my favorite pair, honestly. If you check my win to my win rates, JPY and CHF have been pairs with my biggest most of my profile account I pass them with JPY and CHF. The next one is JPY, which is my number one favorite pair. My number one favorite pair. My I say my number one favorite pair. The sweetest pair you can never see anywhere. So remember when I told you guys I'm going or like if I'm going CHF, I'm playing CHF, I'm playing this CHF, not only Great Britain CHF. Great Britain CHF, Euro CHF, New Zealand CHF, AUD CHF, CAD CHF, everything against CHF, I'm going long on it if I'm going long on this. And if I'm going short, I'm going short on them also. So I'm trading everything against CHF. So the next one is JPY, as you can see, this is the JPY. The sweetest pay you can ever think of. You can argue it if you wish, but to me, it's the sweetest pay. The sweetest pay, honestly. Especially when it is not an upward trend, just ride it and enjoy it. This was this year. I took this thing and I closed it because I got angry last week. So we are expecting JPY to come down to this place. If you come down to this place, that is this OTZ and push up, make a double leg. That means you're having something. You're having a more valid trade, something like this. Obviously, it's gonna break this trend line. So definitely gonna break this line. But I'll be taking my first profit at this trend line. But if it doesn't, it can take off from here because JPY is only a pay that is more of sorry, I'm looking at this now. 15 minutes. Let's look at 1 hour time. I'm sorry. Is JPY is a pay that's likely more of an upward trend than downward trend. So it's likely to push up to this place. But it's likely to break this trend line and push up to this, at least this region. At least this region. Before it's talk about going down. So, but if it doesn't, it can take off from here. That is CHF for it. That is the JPY for it. JPY is more of upward trend. So if it breaks this particular spot, I'm not putting it, I'm taking it here. If it breaks this particular spot, this particular high, then I'm taking long on it of the upward trend.